A model steam engine test plant, part 15. This model boiler has a manufacturer's certificate and I've already given it a successful hydraulic test. Now is a good time for an initial live steam test to set the safety valve to the correct blow-off pressure. The first thing to do is to test that the hand pump works. A viewer did mention that I should have taken the safety valve out and filled the boiler through the safety valve hole. Yes, of course, I'm not entirely stupid. If I'd filled the boiler using the viewer's suggested method, that would not really have been a very good test for the hand pump. When I finish this boiler plant, before using it, I will attach the silicone rubber tubing correctly. In this clip, I've just attached it using cable ties. I will be using powerful spring clips. I would like to clear up a very slight amount of confusion. A short while ago, a viewer said you shouldn't use silicone rubber tubing for gas piping because it's porous and the gas leaks out and you will get bubbles. I've been using silicone rubber tubing for gas connections for many years, so I thought I would test the viewer's hypothesis. In a tub of water. The silicone rubber tube was perfectly gas tight with no bubbles occurring whatsoever. So I googled something like gas leaks on silicone rubber tubing and it was obvious what the problem was. The American word for petrol is gas, and petrol or gasoline does actually attack silicone rubber. But the gas that I use from a gas canister does not appear to do that. When lighting boilers of this type, always have the flame over the chimney first, then open the gas valve. This is what happens. And here's a slow motion action replay. Particularly on these twin flue gas boilers, the initial explosion is quite pronounced. The water showing in the water gauge was above the bottom nut, so everything was fine. For the steam test, I do need to add some more water, and it's a further test for the hand pump, which does actually fill the boiler fairly quickly, especially when I speed up the video to 400%. The steam pressure inside the boiler starts to rise. At this point, I need to test the safety valve to make sure that it lifts, and that is why they normally have a bit sticking out of the top, like on this safety valve that I fitted. The original safety valve did not allow this feature. As the steam pressure starts to rise, so does the water level in the gauge glass. This is entirely normal. Here's a before shot, and I really have not pumped any more water in there. This gas tank is almost empty, so it's not exactly the most thermally efficient way of firing this boiler, but it's working fine. Although when I feel the temperature of the gas tank, it's now very cold, owing to the evaporation internally. The safety valve makes a horrible noise and blows off just over 50 psi. Some safety valves do this, but sometimes they settle down. This blow-off pressure is too low. I need to adjust the safety valve to make it blow off at a higher pressure. First of all, I'll loosen the locking ring, then rotate the centre part in a clockwise direction. According to the original test certificate that came with the boiler, the working pressure is 60 psi. I tested it hydraulically to 120, which is twice working pressure. In a very short time, the pressure reached just over 60 psi, and I thought, well, this should be okay, because when it blows off, the needle on the pressure gauge will point at 60 psi. I always like to push the envelope very slightly. I observed the process for a while, just to make sure that the safety valve removed the excess pressure. This is the way I do it, and I don't recommend that you follow these instructions. It is probably better to set the safety valve so it blows off exactly at 60 psi. This is what the safety valve looks like when it's blowing off. The end vibrates, but it could settle down over time. When I opened the steam valve on the boiler fully, I was a bit disappointed at the volume of steam coming out of the superheater or steam dryer. That's because the pipe diameter is very small. It should have been 3/16 of an inch. The gas is almost gone now, so I turned off the tap of the canister, and then I waited until all the pressure had gone and the steam had disappeared. And guess what? The subsequent vacuum inside the boiler when the steam had gone sucked the water in from the tank. The vacuum will be even more powerful when the check valve is piped to the injector, because some air was heard to leak in through this check valve. This has been a very uneventful steam test and everything's working fine. Stay safe, stay healthy, thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my main Steam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.